but it just feels like it's chaotic from the outside looking in, and I would imagine that's exactly how it feels from the inside looking out.
What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Max back with another Call of Duty video, and hopefully all of you were having a great day. Thank you guys for all the support lately, all the likes, subs, comments, and everything. You guys have been going crazy, and I appreciate you guys so much. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the new Optic Texas video where they discuss the current state of COD and how it has come to be so bad. If you guys enjoy legit Call of Duty content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications so you can see my new uploads. And let's get into the video.
You have Treyarch, you have Raven, you have Sledgehammer, you have IW, you have Team Ricochet, then you have Activision, and then the CDL component is split off into another like sub-pocket of Activision. There's like 7 different heads of companies that are leading this full push with every Call of Duty title, and it just, I don't actually think that they internally have a great handle on how everything is delivered from year to year to year, and they're just, I'm hoping with Microsoft buying Activision. And this recent, like a month ago, they said that Xbox and Microsoft's directive to all the developers is like, hey, don't worry about UI. You should not try to do anything new and inventive for future titles, because I think they're going to come in and try to lay like a consistent thread and through point for all the games. But it just feels like it's chaotic from the outside looking in, and I would imagine that's exactly how it feels from the inside looking out.
You know the game is in a terrible spot when top players sit down to do a whole podcast on why COD is so bad. Now, Nadeshot actually has a great point right here. I honestly do feel like there's just too many companies in charge of Call of Duty, which then in turn, there's just too many people at the top making the decisions. There's not a cohesive group, and I think that's what he's trying to get across here. There's no cohesive group where they all come together and they all figure out what the game needs to be like, how the game needs to be. They all have their own ideas of how the game needs to be, and it's so chaotic. If they can just somehow get a group together where they can all make decisions as a group and like come together and figure this out as one, I feel like that'll be a really good direction for COD, and they'll have a lot of success with that.
Dude, the most obvious sign that they weren't really paying attention was when there was the invisible character in Warzone
with the red head
for fucking 3 months.
Yes.
For 3
Apparently
months.
there's a new one that's back as well.
God,
so
dude.
one of the new operators that they just sold, you can only see, I think you can only see his head. I think that's what people in chat were saying. I'm sure they hotfixed it. There's no way that they let that, but there was a new bundle for like 2,400.
You say there's no way, but it happened for 3 months straight.
Yeah, but this isn't the same. This is like just happened, or is happening. I don't know if they fixed it right now because I haven't played Warzone.
They probably didn't.
That's another problem we're having with COD right now. Their focus is on the wrong thing. They're just focused on straight money. They're not focused on fixing anything with the game. They're not focused on making the community happy. They're literally just focused on fixing stuff that makes them money. What have they fixed recently? They've only fixed stuff that has to do with the event. And look at what they're not fixing. They're not fixing the broken skins where you can't see them across the map. They're invisible. It's pay to win. There's no way it's a coincidence. I think they're doing this on purpose to make money. I mean, we all know they do this. They did this with the Rose skin. They're doing it with the new Squid Game skin. They love adding these pay-to-win bundles that give you an advantage in game, and they like to say, "Oh, it's a," they make it seem like it's a bug, and then they end up fixing it. No, they're doing this on purpose to sell the bundle. It's so obvious.
To improve Call of Duty going forward, I would just get rid of all the map developers they have right now, because and I'm talking multiplayer, I'm talking Warzone.
You mean the AI creators? Yeah, they need to get rid of that. They need to go back to the OG way of people just making maps and being made by humans, so it has that human touch and not that AI feel to it. We really need to go back to the OG way of making the game.
I mean, I thought the zombie map was pretty cool, to be honest.
Area 99 though, for Warzone was, I think Area 99 might be one of the best Warzone maps that have come out.
Have you played it like recently? Because we played it. Did we play it again?
I played Area 99 for like 2 weeks, and I swear by it.
I was waking up every morning playing it. I was having a blast.
That's one thing I will agree with, is the Area 99 map actually is pretty decent. They did a good job on that, and I like the way it feels, the whole small, there's a lot of action, and they did a really good job on that map. I can give them that.
I think a big solution in my mind is, instead of restricting and then re-releasing random maps from different titles in games, they just brought back Hacienda.
Yep.
Call of Duty has an illustrious IP that has 16, 17, 18 titles, years of history. They should just have all the maps available for every single game. Like, why are we sitting here? like nitpicking which is going to come back, what is I just thought about that right now, but like what is the downside of making all those maps successful? It doesn't change the way that people will experience the game. And maybe it's like, hey, for the first month, we're not going to have any of those maps available so that you can sit here and play the damn 16 maps that we just made for this new game. But then after that, you can have them all.
It's a great point by Nadeshot, and honestly, that's a great idea. If they just had all the maps from every COD available in every game, that would actually make the variety and the map variety and all that, the game wouldn't be as boring as it is. It would still be fun. There'd be a lot of new maps to play. Everyone would have all their maps that they like. That's honestly a great idea. They really should try to implement that.
So they get to.
I think the
kinda
weird part,
called it.
though, is that they're only bringing back like 1 or 2 maps at a time.
Yeah.
Like, I like Nate's idea of bringing everything back, but the fact that they're bringing in like 1 or 2 maps back rather than creating new maps, I think that speaks volumes for the fact that like they know they have an issue.
This is another great point that they bring up. Honestly, the maps that they've been adding recently have been so bad to Call of Duty. They haven't been anywhere near well, except for MW3. MW3 had a lot of good maps, but BO6, honestly, there's like what, 3 good maps maybe. All the rest are like weird, too big. They don't play right. They don't feel right. And I think it's because of the AI feel to it. We need that human touch back, like I'm saying. I don't get why everything needs to be AI generated now. It's ridiculous. Just like I hear a lot of COD YouTubers saying, if you have bad maps, it low-key makes the game itself bad. Maps are literally the foundation of first-person shooters.
Magic, whether
Well,
somebody's...
there's like those pillars, right? Like Verdansk, I feel like people really like, but I also feel like some of it is rose-tinted glasses because it was COVID. It was like a perfect storm. It was the first iteration of Warzone, so nobody really had anything to judge off of. This was like the first thing. And then after Verdansk, it's like, oh, we didn't like downtown because of the verticality. So like there's kind of these pillars that the community kind of rages about. So like verticality's one, movement's one, like give us the balloons so we can go quick like Apex has. So
Stump has another great point here. The reason Verdansk was so successful was all the factors coming together to make the perfect formula. Everyone was locked in during COVID, and Warzone was something new we haven't experienced yet, so everyone was hyped for it. When new maps were dropped and it didn't have that same feel, the player count started dropping along with the COVID lockdown ending. That made the numbers dip as well. And honestly, all the new maps were lacking that fast-paced feel it once had, and it started driving more people away from Warzone 2. Like I said, if you have a good map, you will have a good FPS game. I think that's one thing they should focus on for the next COD is honestly just put all your effort into making these maps good. Try do some research on why people like certain maps and just try to make the maps as good as possible, because that'll be the foundation of how the game feels, how the game plays, and if people enjoy it or not. These guys honestly had some great points in this video. If you guys agree with anything in this video, please drop a comment letting me know what you guys think needs to happen in Call of Duty to make Call of Duty great again. Also, drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for my new videos, and we will see you guys in the next video.